release.
Motion.
Mixed.
Annoying. I don't even know what that is.
Dub reggae is like chill out music. And then I got into drum and bass, and drum and bass is like proper dance music. What's weird about dubstep is it's like hangs around somewhere in between the two. It neither chills out or breaks out.
It just goes mental, like everyone just goes nuts and just goes for it really, and just let loose, don't hold back anymore.
When you hear a massive bass line, it's how you move to the bass line. It's awesome, having that feeling of being connected with the DJ.
Mixed up really, just chopped up, quite sharp really.
It's not really my kind of music, and the halls that I'm in, there's someone upstairs that plays it a lot, and it just thumps through the ceiling, and it's really difficult when you're trying to work or sleep.
I guess it's not such a big genre as rock or hip hop or house music. Maybe it is, but maybe it's like an underground genre instead.
Dubstep really started kind of circa '98. You had artists like LB, for instance. He was one of the first producers to kind of mix either a two-step and garage with the darker elements of drum and bass. And that's really where the origin of dubstep came from. It's about 2002, I think, that they released All Stars, Dubstep All Stars, which is when it was kind of officially titled dubstep. But we had 4 years of kind of experimentation to get into this genre. I think 2006 is when it kind of crossed over from this very, very underground, very small audience to a much wider audience, much kind of bigger acceptance in the dance genre. And then really 2008 was when it hit the mainstream in a lot of bigger ways.
When it's played loud, it's the best music to play loud. So if you're out and it's played on a really, really good club sound system, that's the best thing. It sounds great.
Massive bass line, which like goes into your whole body.
Danceable kind of sort of version, I guess, of what drum and bass is.
Anticipation for a drop, but you're just waiting for it, and everybody around you is waiting for it as well.
There's kind of this new wave of youth that are listening to dubstep, and it's really reflective of kind of other important social, musical events kind of thing.
I think it attracts a lot more females to it, and it's a less aggressive dance form. It's less aggressive type of music. Despite it being quite, despite the actual sounds and that being very harsh, the whole combination of it seems to be a lot more laid back.
A little bit more niche, and I think it attracts a certain type of person, and I don't think you would choose. You would only go to a dubstep night if you were sort of like, we're going to this night, it's a dubstep night, as opposed to let's just drop in here and see what the music is kind of thing.
You don't get really teeny boppers coming to dubstep clubs and things like that.
UK dubstep, which is quite like popular. When they put a song on YouTube, it's like makes hundreds of thousands of
it's got like a million views in the first sort of week.
Days,
yeah. And I don't know, like loads of popular, obviously, like more mainstream artists, like really famous, obviously like Tish Stryden, Britney Spears, and just loads of people like that. They've obviously caught on to sort of the underground sort of feeling to it, to try and reach obviously a larger target audience, and they've started putting it in their songs, and now people are just going mad about it.
Britney Spears with her latest track, that's got a whole dubstep section in there. I mean, it'd be wrong to classify that as dubstep, but you can definitely tell there's a lot of influence there. It's probably not as harsh a sound as real dubstep, but to see it in there is pretty much a good indication that that's the sound that we're going to have for 2011.
It's kind of sad that it's gone that way, because people are going to kind of regard dubstep as kind of this, it's had its time, and it's unfortunately reached that point where it's been used kind of poorly by the wrong people.
I doubt that it will kind of take over the chart music, chart music as it is, and things that I think it'll pop in occasionally, and it will just stick around, kind of like what drum and bass and electro has, and it will just keep developing over, and more genres will come from dubstep.
2011 we'll see a lot more chart success with dubstep artists.